Hi, welcome to the project demonstration for the class MSc 352. In this project, we build a PWM controlled speed DC fan motor, and we display the speed of the motor using encoder feedback, and we use 7-segment display to display the speed of the motor. To begin off with our simulation, we're just going to go over a few PWM cases to start off with. So in the first case, we have 0, 0, 0, which corresponds to a PWM level of 0. As you can see, the motor is outputting speed of 0. To go on to 1, 1, 1, which corresponds to maximum speed of the motor, which is 2400 RPM. And as you can see on the LED on the 7-segment display, the outputs of the speed of the motor approach the maximum value. And since we have only three 7-segment displays, we are only displaying the first 3 digits. Going over a few other cases, 110, which corresponds to a duty cycle of 80%, which would mean 1920 RPM. And the LCD displays values which are very close to the desired speed. 101, which corresponds to a speed of 70%. And that would translate to a speed of 1680 RPM. And the 7-segment displays values that are close to it. 100, which corresponds to 50% duty cycle, that would be around 1200 RPM, and the speed of the motors display values that are close to it. To go to values that are lower duty cycles, so 011, which corresponds to 40% duty cycle and translates to 960 RPM. And since we are wanting to be consistent with our display, the first bit of a 3-digit number 0, and then we're using the only two bits to represent the 3-digit number. So the first 2 bits, which is 93 in this case, is displayed. So since we have 3 switches, we have totally 2 to the power 3, that is 8 combinations that are possible. So 8 combinations that represent different speed of the motor. So we start off with 000, which translates to 0 RPM, and 111, which translates to full speed, that is 2400 RPM. Ryan is now going to go over how we build the PWM level cases for this.
So after our MC reads input signals from the input pins connected to the dip switch, a PWM function is used in our code with C programming such that the output signal is going to the motor, which manipulates the encoder values properly set to a specific duty cycle. And we implemented a delay function to produce a delay with a value in millisecond. This delay is used to toggle the output signal pin from port 2.0 from high to low or low to high to create a specific duty cycle. Now Yash will be explaining our usage over interrupts.
Yeah, so for calculating the speed of the motor, we have one of the encoder pins that's connected to an external interrupt. So we're using external interrupt number 1 for this case. So whenever a encoder sends a pulse, the external interrupt is edge triggered, so it would detect the falling edge of the pulse and increment and start counting based on that. To quickly go over the code, so in our interrupt code, the first edge of the encoder is detected, and the timer starts. When we detect 24 edges, that is one complete rotation of the motor, we then take the TH0 and TL0 values together and combine them into one clock count. Use the clock count and convert it into a RPM, that the speed of that corresponds to the DC motor, and then we take the average of the last 3 samples. The RPM average is then used in the display function to display it onto the LCD. Ryan is going to go over how the LCD displays the values.
So lastly, in order to display 3 most significant digits of the motor output RPM, we use entire port 0 and 4 pins of port 2, which are connected to 7447 IC to decode BCD to 7-segment output for the LEDs. And the reason why we have pull-up resistors only for the port 0 is that port 0 doesn't have internal pull-up resistors within the MCU, whereas port 1, 2, and 3 have their own pull-up resistors within the MCU. Thanks for watching our presentation.
Thank you.